Well, good morning everyone. Welcome back to Fishing for Calm. As promised, here's the first actual fishing video. We're fishing today on the River Wreake in Leicestershire. It's a lovely stretch of river, but it is a very, very cold day today. It's a sunny day, but it's bitterly cold. And hopefully we'll catch our target, which today is going to be chub. It's not going to be easy, I'm not going to lie to you. It's bitterly cold and we've got a high pressure, we've got the sun, and that's not ideal conditions for chub at all, to be honest. But they tend to be obliging, even in the worst conditions, so let's keep our fingers crossed that we'll catch some fish. So, for everyone who's watching, as always, grab yourself a brew, switch off them lights and immerse yourself in the world of fishing, and let's fish for calm. Okay, so we've got bait in the water. The reason I'm whispering a bit is because chub are notoriously finicky. They're also very easily spooked, just by the noise I've made on the bank getting here now. Could have just scared them away. They're a terrible fish. As Isaac Walton said in his book, The Complete Angler, chub are the shyest of fishes. And they are. But when you do get them, they fight well. They grow to sort of, the record I think is nearly 10 pounds. But they're atrimos, but my favourite species of fish to catch. I love them. I've had them to, myself personally, I've had them to over 7 pounds. Which if I can find it, I'll put a picture up there of it. But yeah, but here we are, immersed in nature. It's a beautiful day, albeit cold. I've got my gloves in case my hands get cold. I've got my thermals on, and we're fishing. We're amongst nature. And it's just nice to be out, fresh air, winter air. It's always the best in the winter. Fresh, clean. Yeah, it's just nice to be out. So I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully you've jumped onto this video after watching my first video, which was my introduction. If you didn't see that video, it's just telling you about the channel, telling you a little bit about me. And I'll put that video in the up here or in the links below. Yeah, it's an interesting little video. We do have a little bit of a fish as well. So yeah, check that one out. But as I said in the intro, these videos are not going to be instructional videos. I may run through a few bits that I'm doing, but it's more about you. It's more about those that can't go fishing for various reasons, financially, mentally, if they've got mental health issues, they've got physical issues, means they can't go fishing. You can join me fishing, and we can have a chat, we can talk, we can do some lovely scenery stuff, and I want to try and immerse you in the world of fishing. However long these videos are, half an hour, whatever they are, I want you to feel like you're with me on the bankside. Because listen, all you can hear is birds. And that's what fishing's about. It's not that bit on the end there, hoping you catch a fish. It's nice to catch a fish, of course it's nice to catch a fish, that's why we come fishing, isn't it? But ultimately, I do it for my own mental health. Now it's going to get a little bit noisy now because we are directly on a train line. And I can hear the signal going up that there's a train coming. So it's not all peace and quiet today, unfortunately. But to be honest, I'm a bit of a nerd, so I'm a bit of a train buff as well, so I do like to see them. So yeah, but yeah, when it comes to chub fishing, what we do, we don't fish in one spot all day. Chub, generally speaking, even in the worst conditions, are quite greedy fish. And if you're going to catch them, you generally catch them within 15-20 minutes. And if you haven't, it generally means that there's not a chub in the swim. Because chub do move up and down the river, obviously. So yeah, we'll give it 15 minutes and then we'll, if we've had no luck here, we'll move on to the next swim. It's good. It's a difficult river, to be honest, today. It's got a lot of colour in it. We're on the banks of the Frisbee Lake, which is a reservoir, relief reservoir, and it's been flooded. With all the floods and the storms we've had, it's been flooded, and we're still getting runoff into the river. So the river's really coloured, and very cold. Even for winter, it's, you know, we've had an ice melt go in and all sorts. There's still ice on the banks now. But yeah, the water's very coloured and it's running through quite quick. So the order of the day is smelly baits, because they're going to be hunting on smell, not visually. So we've got dirty old cheese paste. There comes that train. Yeah, they're going to be hunting visually, so we've got nice smelly baits. We've actually got some dirty old cheese paste, which is homemade. So basically all I do to make this is use, the ready rolled pastry, the frozen pastry. And then I get a big block of Danish blue and a load of cheddar. And I mix it all up together into a paste, and it stinks horrible. So, unsurprisingly, I'm not allowed to make it in the house or in our van, our camper van, because it stinks the place out for days. So I tend to make it outside, and I make a big batch and freeze it, ready for the winter. And we've got that and good old-fashioned bread. And sometimes both together. But yeah, hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed, we'll get a fish. But if not, it doesn't matter, because I'll guarantee you when I go home today, I'll feel better, I'll feel calmer, my mental health would have improved that little bit more. That's what it's about. That's what fishing's about. A little bit later, I'm going to introduce you to a site, a charity actually, that may be of use to you, or maybe you'd like to check out. It's a mental health charity, but it's an angling charity. It's actually an angling mental health charity. So yeah, I'll give you the details for that later, and I'll also leave all their links in the description. So yeah, give this another 10 minutes and hopefully we'll catch one. If not, on to the next. Swim number 2. Welcome to the undergrowth. I'm finding it very difficult to find spots to fish because of the flooding that's just happened. The banks are covered in ice and mud, and they're dangerous. So I have found a swim, but it's quite high up above the water. And actually my tripod now, you on the camera, is very precarious. If I move or knock you, you're going to be in the river. But I've just had to rip all the undergrowth to try and get to the water. Things you do for a fish, honestly. But it's all good fun. So yeah, swim number 2. Hopefully this will yield a fish. Because my swim options are quite limited today. Normally there's about 8 swims along here that I like to fish, and I think 2 of them are fishable. So this is a new swim for me. So because of the lack of options, I might have to sit tight in a couple of swims today, whereas I like to keep up moving. But we'll see. It's actually landing a fish here that worries me if I do catch one, because I say I'm about 8 foot above the water. I think we're landing now just about reach. So yeah, but I'll tell you what, it's turned into a glorious day. It's chilly, very cold, probably around the 0 mark. But the sun's out. And yeah, it's lovely. It's a lovely day. So let's just keep them fingers crossed that Mr. Chub will make an appearance. But if not, it doesn't matter. As I said in the intro video, please leave some comments in the bottom. If you're suffering from mental health issues, you're suffering from a bereavement, as you know I have been. I've suffered. My mum and dad both passed away in the last couple of years. So I've been through a torturous time, which is why I was inspired to make this channel, to be honest. Because it's fishing. Obviously I've got my beautiful family, my wife, my kids, my grandkids. They've kept me going, and they've been absolute rocks. I've been having counselling, which has helped, but also I've got my fishing. And when I come out here today and I'm fishing, I'm amongst nature, everything feels better, doesn't it? You can time, you can think, you've got time to think about your mum, your dad, and reflect. And it's nice, you know. But if you've got other issues, you've got financial pressures or burdens or anything like that, you can come fishing, you can just forget all that. Just immerse yourself in fishing and nature. You know, enjoy the wildlife, the countryside, the surroundings. Honestly, you can't buy that. But yeah, leave comments below, and then we can discuss, or you know, we can talk about it and just enjoy it. Enjoy wildlife, enjoy nature. Yeah, lovely, calm. Swim number 3. That other swim, to be honest, was quite dangerous in the end. I was slipping down the bank, the camera was slipping off down the bank. So yeah, we're a bit limited to where we can fish there, unfortunately, because of the floods. And you can see how steep this bank is here. It's actually quite dangerous, but it looks a fishy enough swim. Albeit I've had to put the camera on a bit of a slope, so it could easily fall down at any minute. Hopefully I can catch you before you end up in the river. So yeah, fingers crossed. I think, to be honest with you, I think we're going to struggle today. I think our best shot is just going to be before dark. Because this sun is quite bright and fish don't like that. But I'm not being rude. So I was telling you earlier on about a charity that was set up, and it's called Tackling Mines. And tackling mines, as in fishing tackle, tackling mines, was a charity set up to make people aware of the benefits of angling when it comes to mental health. And they do some great work. They work with the Environment Agency and the Angling Trust and the university, and they did a study on the benefits of angling, both for your mental health, physical health, and the study proved that it does help improve. I haven't got all the figures on me, but if you want to have a look at the website, it's a really good website. There's lots of information on there. There's also lots of information how you can get involved, and they run courses and tutoring courses and all sorts of different things. It's a fantastic site and they do fantastic work. But if you want to have a look at that, I'll give you the web address now. It is tacklingmines.org, but I will put the link in the description anyway. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking it out, especially if you're struggling mentally with your mental health, physical health, financial, all them sorts of things. It's worth having a look through, and hopefully going forward be able to do some work with Tackling Mines, maybe do some sort of collaboration. I have been in touch with them, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, yeah, we'll keep fishing, keep mending the mind. There we go, there's a perfect example of why I fish. So I'm sat here now. The only noise I can hear is the noise of the weir just above us. And just straight across here then, kingfisher. Absolutely stunning, that flicker, the blue. I love kingfisher, they're a beautiful bird. Hopefully it'll come a bit closer and I might be able to film it, but that'll be difficult. But yeah, absolutely stunning. It's just that, even that noise of the river, the weir pool, it's calming. It's just, yeah, there really is nothing like fishing. It's had me in its trance since I was 5 years old. But as I mentioned yesterday, I lost that a bit when I was doing it for a living. Swans. Yeah, I forgot or lost a lot of the reasons why I go fishing, because I was so obsessed with chasing big fish, and the magic went. And it's I'll never let that happen again, because fishing's too important to me. I love fishing for what it is. Being out amongst nature, in the countryside, the wildlife, everything about it. We've been through it, but there is really nothing like it. People often say to me, you must be mad sitting there all day in the cold, freezing. It must be freezing. Well, no, not really, because you dress up accordingly. I'm lovely and warm now. You dress accordingly, you make yourself comfortable, you carry a hot drink, and you're comfortable. I will be honest though, I try and avoid rain these days. I hate fishing in the rain. I hate rain, full stop. But for me, as long as it's not raining, I don't care whether it's 30 degrees or -3, 4, don't care. But there's all sorts of exciting things we could do going forward, fishing wise. I am an all-round angler, so I fish for absolutely everything. Big carp, tench, bream, roach, rudd, chub, barbel, you name it, zander. I'll fish for them all, and we'll fish for them all on this channel. But what I also do is a lot of beach fishing. So hopefully in the next few weeks we'll get out on the beach and do some beach fishing. And that is a totally different kettle of fish. But again, it's fantastic standing on that beach in the middle of winter, just the noise of the waves. Nothing beats it. But what we need right now is a fish, innit? Good start, wouldn't it? First video and a blank. But hey, as I keep saying and I keep mentioning, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you catch a fish. Of course you want to. The point is getting out. Anyway, I've got the big guns to get out yet. At the moment I'm fishing on bread flake. So the way I'm fishing, it's really simple. It's what they call a link ledger. Size 8 hook, barbless. And then on the link, is what we call the link, I've got 3 SSG shot, just enough to hold the bottom. And it's as simple as it comes really. You don't need anything technical. And just ledger it. But I've been fishing bread flake. I've got some cheese paste. But I've also got some cheese paste additive extract. It absolutely stinks. I mean, it stinks that much. I tend to not bring it out unless I really need it, because it's difficult to get off you. It's horrible stuff, but I'll tell you what, if there's fish around it, it'll draw them in. But yeah, I've got a feeling as soon as this sun drops, the chub will come on. This is very much how chub fishing goes. You can fish all day without a bite, and then as soon as the sun drops out of the sky, you'll get 3 or 4. It's a really chubby looking swim actually, this. Let me show you. So you've got deep glide down the margins. And then you've got weed beds. And you've got a deep hole over there. Yeah, he's perfect, to be honest. It's a nice swim. Another quick rebait. I was saying earlier on, that's all I'm using, just a bit of bread flake. And what I've done, I've squeezed a bit of cheese paste in with it. And all we do is simply squeeze it onto the hook, making sure that hook point is proud, and mould it around the top of the eye. That's it really. This one's going down this deep margin this time. And I'll explain why in a sec. So on a riverbank, as the flow comes down the river, over time it digs away underneath the bank. So actually we're standing here on the bank, but underneath the river will go under the bank, if you know what I mean. And that's normally a really good spot. Chub will sit under there and intercept any food that comes by. So it's always worth chucking a bait really close in down your margin. Sometimes it's all about just searching your swim, see if you can find the fish, see where they're holing up. I was actually brought up on rivers, fishing rivers. I was lucky enough when I was little, my childhood, my parents owned a small holding, and it had a river that ran straight through it, and a mill, an old flour mill, and we lived in the mill house, so I literally had the river on my garden. So I was brought up, learnt to fish on a river. A lot of anglers nowadays don't even fish rivers, wouldn't have a clue, just fish on commercial fisheries, it's easy. But for me, you can't beat a river. It's natural, it's real. No, you're not going to catch a 200-pound fish like you can on commercial fisheries. But I'd rather have one wild fish than 200 pound of horrible carp. Proper fishing. Everyone, absolute rookie error then. So I've just had a massive bite. It's certainly a chub. Literally smashed the tip round. Because I was talking to you, I wasn't concentrating. Always the same. Hit it, felt it, straight into a weed bed. So that may be my chance. Gone. Hopefully not. At least we know there's fish there now. Yeah, by the time I shut the camera down and hit it, it was straight into a weed bed. Because chub do that. Because a fight like stink, the chub. So now, I was going to move swims, to be honest. So we're getting no action here at all, apart from the crayfish. But I just put one a bit further upstream, away from me. Because of me being on the bank, I thought maybe I've spooked them, and that's what it was. Now, obviously, with that, losing that fish, I will have spooked them. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it out, because I know there's fish in the swim now. So I'm going to stick it out in this swim. And I'm sure, give it 10-15 minutes, they'll be back. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get one on camera for you. But yeah, gutted about that. I've actually got a bit of a nibble again now. Yeah, sometimes it's just about casting around the swim, because chub, they tend to lie just off the current. Little hidey holes under the banks, under weed rafts, and sometimes it's just this is quite a big swim. There's quite a lot of features here. The weed rafts are here, the banks are here, you know, like the undercut banks. Little inlets on the far bank. There's a lot to go at here. So sometimes it's just about casting to each one of them and hoping that there's a chub lay there. And of course, when we did find one, I blooped it up. As soon as that sun drops, I mean, it was cold anyway, but as soon as that sun drops out of the sky now, it's going to go bitter. I'll have to get the gloves out. I hate fishing with gloves on though. keep plugging away, fishing hard. I'm fishing really hard for you today. Oh, we're in. Okay, and that is what we've been after. A prime River Wreake. River Wreake? Yeah, chub. Beautiful. Big mouth on them. Look at the size of the mouths on them. Big old mouths. But it's not massive. By chub standards, I don't know, it's a 3-4 pound fish. But that's what we've been after. And that's what we come for. Lovely fish. It's popping back. Whew. So, I think we're going to call it a day at that. We've got that cracking fish in the end. It was hard work. Always is chub fishing this time of year. But a change of tactic at the end paid off. Yeah, when it comes to any sort of fishing really, especially if you're struggling, and especially this time of year when it's difficult, it's always worth just keep changing tactics, changing baits, trying different areas, and eventually, hopefully it pays off, or a lot of the time it does, but that comes with experience. But you know what, I could keep saying over and over, it's not about the catching. Today we did. We caught cracking chub in the end. We found the fish and we caught one. And that's what it's all about. And I'm just putting my gloves on because it is bloody Baltic now. But yeah, we've been out, we've caught a fish, we've been amongst nature. Beautiful surroundings. I've seen kingfishers. I've seen a heron. Yeah, it's just we're out in the countryside, and you know what? I feel fantastic for it. You know, the fact that I caught fish at the end makes no difference whatsoever. It's great for you guys. I want you to see the fish. We want to catch fish. That's what we're here for at the end of the day. But for me, it's about that, and it's about refreshing that. And that's what it's all about. Today we fished, and we fished for calm, and we got it. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please tell your friends about it. I hope that the video is a nice video for you. I've took as much scenery stuff as I can. But yeah, I'm happy. Hopefully you people are, who's watching. Remember to like the video, it's very important. Definitely subscribe, it's totally free. Just need an email address and leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of the video, how I could improve it. If you've got any health issues, mental health issues, or anything else that prevents you from fishing, please join me next time and hopefully we catch some more fish. Until then, keep watching. We can beat this together, guys. Everybody, we can beat this together. Today we came out, we fished for calm, and we got it. I'll see you next time.